It's the Lordfish. It's the Lordfish Show.
Hello, guys. We are back, and I waited. I waited for you guys to give me an idea for a car, what kind of car you wanted. Got lots of views, but I didn't get any ideas, so I was going to go ahead and assume nobody really knows what they want exactly. And we will start making something, because we just need to make something. Alright. First off, I thought we put back tires on back there, but I guess we didn't. So we can shift D, and we can, I guess we're going to use the axis here. So we'll drag it this way a little bit, just to see and make sure we're on the right one. And then we'll just get rid of the minus basically. Like that. Do the same for each part. It's basically what you're going to have to do. I guess we could attach them, actually. We'll do that on the other side, maybe. I feel like there's a reason I didn't, but I can't remember, and we can always deattach them if we really need to. So let's just grab that, attach it to this, Control J. Okay. And we'll grab this, put it to that with Shift left click. And we made the outer part of the tire the main part, so Control J. Okay. Control J. Now when we Shift D this, we do the minus. Okay. So we have all four tires. I think where we want them, we might have to move them around. We're gonna have to see how it kind of works out. Well, we just kind of took a guess at the first one and attached these with Shift J. Oh, sorry, Control J. And then I'm going to Shift D it, and hopefully this works unless I messed it up here. There we go. No, I must have messed it up. Okay, we may have to hand bomb these ones in, I guess. It should be on the right axis, so it should be pretty fairly easy. It's going to have to move a little closer to make sure we got them very, very good. They're just a little off. Okay, something like that. That looks pretty perfect to me. Then we'll Shift D these, and we will get rid of the minus here. Okay. Last thing, we're going to have to, I guess we delete these, and to make sure they're the same as the other side, just Shift D these, and then we get rid of the top minus again. Just to make sure they're in the exact same proportions in all spots. Okay. Think we're good. Looking good. So let's go ahead and make a car body, and we'll get started on that anyways. Let's take a peek at the time, and I'll try to make a pretty short video. So you get to like 15-20 minutes-ish. I think we're about 5 minutes in. We'll just stop after that. We'll come back in the next episode. I'll just try to stop it at a point that's a good stopping point. So since nobody made any request, I think I'm going to start off. What am I going to start off with, actually? Kind of want to make another car, but not exactly sure what kind of car. So let's just mess with this a little bit till we get what we want. Let's go E. Wait, actually, we got to do something first. Let's undo that. Okay, and let's just grab the top face and suck it in a little bit like that. And then a little bit like this. And then we'll go to lines, and we'll grab this one. Go to this, the arrow. We'll just back this one up a little bit. So that'll be our front. That'll be our back, okay? Front leans in more than the back. We can adjust the more or less, the more we need it afterwards. So, but right for now, we'll just go on. We're going to hit E, and we're going to drag the mouse down a little bit. And if it wasn't in a perfect straight line, you can push, I think it's Z or X or Y, one of those, to make it go straight up and down. You'll just have to figure it out, though. Usually it'll just go in a straight line. Alright, so let's move that up to about there. I'm not sure if this is the right proportions for our cab, so let's maybe extend it just a little bit. Hopefully that's a little better. looks like the top is a little too high for us, like that. Seems a little more in proportion. And then maybe we adjust the whole thing like that. Then we move it up. Oh. Then we move it up a little bit afterwards, like that. Something like that. All right, you're going to have to move it around on your own a little bit and figure out exactly what you're going for, depending on what kind of car you're trying to make and things like that. So I'm going to do one of these. Pretty sure we're okay on the back, so let's go like this. Something like that. I feel like this could have went a little farther, maybe. Something like that. And then we'll move it back a little bit. So I think we're about in the right proportions. Looks like we're not quite wide enough, so let's just adjust like that. All right, so we have a basic sedan car now at this point. If you want a different car, put in a request and I'll go back to the beginning and I'll make a different car on this frame if you guys want. We'll make a frame for it, don't worry. So I do about, let's see, it'd be about there, I think, because everything would be hooked in here basically. You can do it a little different if you want, but that's what I'm going to do. Okay, and we'll put her in this mode and we're going to go Control R. And we're just going to put one line and we'll right click it to let it auto center down the middle. Okay. We're going to go in back out edit mode and just move it up a little bit because we're going to have to see underneath of it. We're going to go to faces and we're going to click this side of the car. And we're going to delete it. And then we're going to mirror it later forward. We only have to shape one half of the car and detail one half of the car. Should make things easier for us. Hopefully I'm not missing anything. I'm worried we might have to have a line here first, but we'll try it after. We'll see what happens. We'll dissolve, no, faces, like that. We missed one. Delete, face, okay? Control R. So we can still put our line in. We're going to decide where we want our door to be. Probably about here. Actually, it's a pretty big gap in there, right? And we're going to Control R again. And we're just going to do the same thing, but we're going to just leave a little gap for in between the doors so they have something to attach to, basically, like a door frame. All right, so next we want to probably adjust these roofs a little bit. That one's got to come in a little bit. Looks silly. That one's got to come in a bit more. Something like that. As you can tell, these lines shift to grab the second one are a little out of place, so we're just going to move them together until it's pretty much straighter. Unless you like that curve like that, you can leave it in, but I'm going to straighten it out like that. Then I'm going to delete and we're going to dissolve edges. Okay. So it's just now there's not a break up there, so it should be a little bit cleaner when we round the edges. Now there's a few different ways we can round these edges. We could do them on their own like this to start. And we'll add some bevels, obviously. We'll go up to 8 this time. I usually do 6, but since you guys probably want better cars, we'll go up to 8. So undo that and Control B it. We could do this and then kind of go the other way and to give it like a, I don't know, like a cartoony kind of look for a car. And I don't really want that. Maybe it'd be close to like, kind of looks like a Hyundai Supra or a Toyota Supra or something like that too from the front end, but I don't think I want that look. So we'll just undo. And we'll just keep grabbing edges until we do get the look we want, the right curves. Just don't grab any on the inside. So just like this. Okay. Okay. We can grab these ones, but we can also leave them. I'm going to grab them for now. So we have this half of the car, and we don't have anything on this inner edge. Make sure you don't have anything grabbed there, because when you try to connect your car to the other side, you're going to have problems. Control B. Let's see what we start to get. What happened here? Okay, so we need to grab that, I guess. Sorry about that. I missed it, I guess. And that's better. You can see it's kind of bending in the middle, but let's see how it looks everywhere else, and we'll just fix that after. I think it looks pretty sedan-y. And we can still make a few more changes to change it up a bit, but let's fix this edge first, okay? So just click just on this and drag it down until it's almost even, okay? And then we'll drag it out a little bit and try to look down the side. You should see when it's out of place. I think it's basically back in place. Okay. So the roof looks a little bit big. Let's just grab this with control. Not that one or that one. And we'll just walk that over until it's a nice edge for their door. Look from a few different angles to make sure it's nice and straight. Okay. Do the same for here. With control to grab the last one. And if you get lost at all, just pause the video until you figure out what we're doing. Take your time, and you can definitely do this. This isn't hard. Well, it is a little hard, but you're going to get used to it, and it's going to seem easy in the future if you're having a hard time. You got this. Wherever you are and whatever you're doing, you got this. Okay, so I just don't like the roof right now because it's just a little big, okay? If you guys aren't having that issue, you don't have to do this step. I'm just going to hit left click, then control left click, then control left click, then control left click until I have the whole thing highlighted basically. And that's part of the reason we only grabbed half, is just to make it a little easier on us. So decide where you want your windows to be. If your whole car is just getting too thin, don't worry, we're going to fix that up. Something like this where it looks just a hair squished, right? We'll go here and we'll just thicken the whole thing out together like that. Okay? I think that looks more in the right proportions. And you can do the same and make it look right for you. And it should be okay when you're done. I'm gonna probably try to get rid of these ones here. I didn't mean to add these in. You don't have to do this step, and it may not go right. Sometimes it doesn't. But I'm gonna go for it and dissolve the edges. Okay. I think it looks good to me. Worked out, I think. Now there's a few more questions we got to do before you move on any farther. Okay, question 1. Are your doors going to be removed, or are they not going to be removed? Because if they're going to be removed, we need to remove them now. And the reason is that then later on it'll be easier to pick out all the pieces of them to make them their own thing. And because right now they're just basically 2 panels, right, of each door. It's real simple, you know, it's not a big deal. But what we're going to do is Shift D this, drag it out, and that way it's still a part of this design, okay? We're going to grab the old ones, delete them. And now our doors are removed. We'll be able to highlight them easier because they're not actually physically attached to those, okay? Even though it's part of the same design, they're actually not a part of it in another way, like they're moved away from it. So if I try to highlight these, it'll be a lot easier. And I'll show you what I mean in the future. We've probably gone close to 20 minutes, so I'm going to go one last step, and then we're going to end the video for now. And hopefully you guys will come join me again, and we'll get more of this done. But for now, we're just going to make the windows. We'll go in a little bit. And you'll notice they're different sizes up and down than they are to side. Don't really like that, so I just try to even it out as much as I can. Okay? And then we're going to hit E after and just walk it in just a hair. See how there's just that one edge right here. Just gave it a little lip around the window. For it just has some shape onto it, basically. Okay. Now there's one more thing I'll show you before I go. Hit L over this door. Now it's just going to highlight the door. You can, I think it's Alt E, and extrude faces along normals. And you can just basically make it a little thicker. And that's it, only if you want to. If you want to have like a thicker base to your door. But what you may want to do, hit L on both and do both at the same time, Alt E. And again, when you do this, you can pick if you want to go a bit inside or a bit outside, or seem to go a bit crazy there. One of them's doing both sides for some reason. Or you could just hit E again and just go like that. Okay. Should be the same on both doors, basically. Then you're just going to have this little lip on the inside, so you're going to have to fill that lip. See it? See the little edge there? So we'll just have to fill those if you're going to do it. This one filled itself. That's weird. Let's try that again. I don't know why it did that. One filled itself and the other one didn't. Weird. Maybe one extruded along normals, because that's what it should do when it extrudes along the normal, is basically fill all the edges for you, I believe. But I could be mistaken too, but that's what it seems to do for me. See, but why is this doing both sides? Is there two of them there? I've done it too many times on it or something. Just gonna go back a bunch. Yeah, because that seems to be normal, right? Let's edit, undo, just make sure we didn't do anything here. Okay. Sorry about the length here. We'll end it right after this. I'm just going to try this again. Alt E, extrude along normals. Okay, boom, we got it. And it's looking good. So if something went wrong, I think it means that you've done the extrude thing twice, so now it's the second time's making a new face. This looks pretty clean. It looks like we have a nice window. There's two edges on both sides. It's got a little bit of thickness, which I think really matters to some people in games. And here we go, one last one, okay? Again, you don't have to, but you can. It's up to you how many you want to grab. But you can just hit E on this one. Just bump it in just an edge like that. Oh, we can't do that, actually. We got to do the normals thing. Alt E, extrude along normals. Oops. You know what? We have to go back before we did that, apparently. Okay. Let's try it now. Oh, no, it does that every time. That's weird. I don't know if we want to do that because it's basically, it's gonna, well, I'll leave it up to you guys. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. If you want to do it, do it. I don't think we have an extra face there, do we? No. So we'll just undo that. Perfect. And we'll just leave it for next time. We'll figure out something more to do with it. But we've got our doors and we've got our basic frame. We'll keep on working on our frame. And then once we get the car frame all done up, maybe then we can work on doing an engine, doing axles. Let me know in the comments if you guys want something specific. If you just want another car body, I'll pump this out as fast as possible. But if you want more details, we'll get into more details. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you thumbs up. I'm up to 330 subscribers, or around there. just want to say I appreciate everybody subscribing and taking the time to watch these videos and just helping me get more videos out and thumbs upping and everything. You guys are amazing, and I thank you for your time. Okay, we'll catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye.